Ladies and gentlemen, listen closely, because I'm about to drop a truth bomb that could change the trajectory of your life forever. You want success? You want wealth? You want to see things come to fruition in your life that you thought were impossible? Well, the answer lies in the power of your mind. The key to all of it is right between your ears. Let me tell you something. It all starts with thought. Your thoughts are more powerful than you can even comprehend. Thoughts are the seeds that shape your reality. What you plant in your mind, you harvest in your life. But here's the deal. You've got to be intentional. You've got to have a clear vision. It's not about wishing or hoping. It's about deciding. Now, you might be thinking, yeah, but I've been trying and nothing's working. That's because you haven't fully embraced this truth yet. Faith and desire are the driving forces. You've got to believe in what you're after with every fiber of your being. I'm talking about that deep, burning desire that keeps you up at night, not just any wish. I'm talking about the kind of belief that will make you push when the world is telling you to stop. And then you've got to be persistent. Success doesn't come easy. It doesn't come by accident. You're going to face setbacks, failures, disappointments. But listen to me. Those are the moments that define you. They are the tests that separate the people who are just dreaming from those who are making it happen. Success isn't a straight line. It's a roller coaster. But I'll tell you something. The ones who stay on the ride, the ones who stay focused, the ones who keep their mind on what they want, no matter what obstacles come their way, they're the ones who reach the top. But you've got to act. You can't just think it and wait for it to fall into your lap. No. You've got to take massive action every single day. Be relentless in your pursuit of what you want. Every decision, every move should be calculated toward your goal. And don't let anyone tell you it's too big or it's too far out of reach. I don't care what you're up against, where you come from, or what you've been through. You have something in you that is more than capable of achieving greatness. It starts with you. It starts with your mindset, your determination, your belief. So here's what I need you to do right now. I need you to look at your dreams, at your goals, and I need you to make them real in your mind. Imagine them, feel them, and then get to work. Because if you can think it, if you can believe it, if you can act on it, then you can have it. And that, my friend, is how you grow rich. Not just in money, but in every area of your life. Now let's go out there and make it happen. Your thoughts shape your reality. This isn't just a catchy phrase. It's the truth, plain and simple. Everything you see around you, every piece of success or failure you've encountered in your life began with a thought. If you're not intentional with your thoughts, if you're not deliberate with what you choose to focus on, you'll find yourself living a life that is a result of random, unchecked thoughts. The power of your mind is limitless, but only if you recognize it and use it to your advantage. Think about it. Before anything was created in this world, before the tallest skyscrapers, the fastest cars, the most iconic inventions, it all started with a thought. Someone somewhere thought to themselves, what if I could create something that didn't exist yet? And then they nurtured that thought, developed it, and believed in it until it turned into something real. That is the same power you have inside of you. But here's where most people go wrong. They don't give their thoughts the credit they deserve. They think their thoughts don't matter, that it's just the actions that count. But let me tell you something. Actions begin with thoughts. It's like planting a seed. If you plant a seed and nurture it, water it, and give it the care it needs over time, it grows into something bigger than just a seed. It grows into a tree, into fruit, into something that can impact the world around it. Your thoughts work the same way. When you think about something, that thought is like planting a seed in your mind. The more you focus on it, the more you believe in it, the more you nurture it, the more that thought grows. Eventually, that thought manifests into something real, something tangible that you can hold in your hands. But you've got to start somewhere. And it starts with choosing what you think about. You can't let your mind be a dumping ground for negativity, fear, or doubts. You can't let it be a place where random, unproductive thoughts take root. If you do that, you're allowing those thoughts to control you, to dictate your life, to define your future. The mind is a battlefield, and you are the general. You've got to be disciplined. You've got to take control of the thoughts you allow in. You've got to make sure that every thought, every moment of focus is directed toward what you want to create in your life. You can't afford to let your mind wander aimlessly. Do you want success? Do you want wealth? Do you want to create something extraordinary? It all begins with what you think about. If you want success, you need to think success. If you want abundance, you need to think abundance. If you want to reach the top, you need to visualize yourself at the top. See it, feel it, live it in your mind before you ever see it in the physical world. The mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. That's why you can mentally rehearse a goal and take action toward it and eventually manifest it. You're programming your mind to work in your favor. But this takes discipline, focus, and most importantly, belief. When you think about your dreams, about the things you want in your life, you have to believe it's possible. You've got to believe that it's within your reach, because if you don't believe it, how can you expect the world to believe it? Your mind is the engine driving your success, but belief is the fuel that keeps it running. Without belief, your thoughts are just idle dreams, floating around with no direction. But when you pair your thoughts with unwavering belief, you set that engine into motion, and now you're unstoppable. Think about your life right now. Look at where you are. Everything you have, everything you are, is a result of your thoughts up until this point. Your current circumstances are the culmination of your past thinking. Now, I'm not saying you're stuck there forever, but I am saying that if you want to change your reality, you need to change your thinking. If you want to get to a higher level, you have to elevate the way you think. You can't keep thinking small and expect big results. You can't think limited and expect unlimited success. You have to expand your thinking. You have to stretch the limits of what you believe is possible for you. But here's where it gets real. You are in control. You are the one who chooses your thoughts. It's not the world around you. It's not the economy. It's not your circumstances. It's you. You get to decide what you focus on. You get to decide whether you see obstacles as roadblocks or stepping stones. You get to decide whether you view challenges as something that will defeat you or something that will teach you and help you grow. The power is yours. But it starts with how you choose to think about yourself, your future, and your potential. You see, the mind doesn't know what's impossible. The mind only knows what you tell it. If you tell yourself you can't do something, then that's exactly what your mind will believe. If you tell yourself you're not good enough, your mind will accept that as truth. But if you tell yourself that you can, that you will, that you deserve success, your mind will start working in your favor to make that a reality. Your thoughts will guide you, direct you, and empower you to take the actions necessary to make it happen. But you've got to think it first. This is the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. Those who achieve understand the power of their thoughts. They understand that their thoughts are the foundation of everything they do. They make the decision to believe in their dreams, to believe in their abilities, and to take consistent action every single day. They understand that success starts in the mind before it ever shows up in the physical world. So if you want to change your life, if you want to start making a real impact, it's time to take control of your thoughts. Stop letting fear, doubt, and negativity rule your mind. Start thinking about what you want, not what you fear. Start thinking about what you can do, not what you can't. The more you focus on the things you want to create, the more your thoughts will align with your goals and the more the universe will conspire to make it happen. And don't think for a second that your thoughts aren't powerful. You are in the driver's seat of your destiny. It's time to start thinking with purpose. It's time to start thinking like a winner, because the thoughts you entertain today will become the reality you live tomorrow. You have the power to change your life. All you have to do is believe in it, think about it, and make it happen. I want you to understand something right now, deep in your bones. Faith and desire are the bedrock of everything you will ever accomplish in life. I don't care what your dream is, how big or small, how crazy it seems to others. If you don't believe in it with every fiber of your being, it's never going to happen. You can have all the strategies, all the plans, all the talent in the world, but without faith and desire, it's all useless. These two things are the driving forces that move mountains. They are the fuel that powers the engine of success. If you don't believe that, then you're already sabotaging your own dreams. Faith is not just about believing that something will happen. It's about believing in yourself, in your ability to make it happen. You need to have an unwavering belief that no matter what comes your way, you have the strength, the determination, and the resources to make it through. It's not about a fleeting hope or a wish. Faith is a certainty, a knowing deep inside of you that the outcome you desire is not just possible, it is inevitable. When you possess that kind of faith, the world can throw everything it has at you and you will keep moving forward. That's the power of faith. But here's the kicker. You can't just have faith. You can't just sit around and hope that things will magically align in your favor. No, my friend, you need desire. You have to want it more than anything else. You have to wake up every single day with fire in your heart and a burning passion to chase your dream, to move closer to your goal. It's not enough to think about it casually or wish for it when things get easy. Desire is what keeps you going when everything else says stop. Desire is the thing that pushes you when everyone around you says you can't. It's the thing that whispers in your ear when you're exhausted, when you're doubting yourself, and it says, keep going. You're almost there. It's worth it. Without that burning desire, your faith is nothing more than an idea. Desire makes your faith actionable. Faith without desire is like an engine without gas. It's not going to go anywhere. But when you marry desire and faith, you create a powerful, unstoppable force. It's a force that doesn't stop when it gets hard. It's a force that doesn't give up when you hit roadblocks. It's the kind of force that will drive you through the darkest days and lift you up when you feel like you're at your lowest. Desire gives you the energy to keep the faith, to keep moving forward no matter what. And here's what I need you to understand. This combination of faith and desire doesn't just magically appear. It's not something that comes out of nowhere. It's something you cultivate. It's something you develop over time, through experience, through failure, through perseverance. You have to build it, piece by piece, moment by moment. You have to nurture it like it's the most precious thing you own because, my friend, it is. Without faith and desire, you're just spinning your wheels. But when you have both, when you have that unwavering belief and that fire in your belly, you become a force of nature. You become unstoppable. The people who achieve are the ones who understand that the hard times are just part of the process. They understand that the struggle is what prepares them for the success that's coming. You see, success isn't just about reaching a goal. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle that goal. It's about building the character, the discipline, the mental toughness that's required to sustain the success you want. You won't build that by staying comfortable. You won't build that by avoiding challenges. You'll build it by stepping outside your comfort zone, by facing the hard times head on, and by continuing to move forward even when you don't feel like it. Don't get it twisted. This isn't about telling you to enjoy the hard times or to love the struggle. No, it's about understanding that the hard times are not the end. They're part of the process. They are stepping stones on your path to success. If you want to be successful, you have to be willing to embrace the journey, to take on the tough moments, and to keep going when everything in you is telling you to quit. It's not going to be easy, but I promise you, it will be worth it. And when you get to the top, when you look back at everything you've been through, you'll realize that the journey was the most important part. The struggles were the things that made you who you are. The hard times are the things that turned you into a person capable of handling success. There's something powerful about staying committed when the road is tough. There's something powerful about refusing to let the setbacks define you. You have to believe that your goal is worth the fight. You have to believe that no matter how many times you fall, you can always get back up. It's about having the resilience to bounce back stronger than before. It's about understanding that the journey may be long, but every step forward is progress. Even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere, even when it seems like the end is so far away, keep moving. The key is persistence. The key is showing up every day, doing the work, and trusting that the process will take you where you need to go. But here's the thing, the journey isn't just about fighting through the struggles. It's also about enjoying the little wins along the way. It's about celebrating the progress, even when the goal seems distant. You can't wait until you're at the top to feel proud of yourself. You can't wait until you've reached the finish line to acknowledge your hard work. The journey is full of moments of growth, moments of triumph, even if they seem small. Each time you overcome a challenge, each time you learn something new, each time you get a little closer to your goal, that's a victory. Recognize those victories. Celebrate those moments. They may seem small in the grand scheme of things, but they add up. They're the things that keep you going, that give you the strength to push through the harder times. And here's something else you need to understand. The journey is never a straight line because you are constantly evolving. Every time you hit a roadblock, every time you face a setback, you have a chance to grow. You have a chance to learn more about yourself, more about your limits, more about your strengths. The things that feel like failures in the moment are actually the things that are preparing you for the success that's coming. When you look back at the challenges, you'll see that each one of them was necessary to build the person you are becoming. So don't shy away from the struggles. Don't run from the challenges. Embrace them, lean into them, let them shape you, let them mold you into the person you need to be to achieve everything you want in life. When you realize that the journey is just as important, if not more important, than the destination, everything changes. The obstacles become less intimidating. The setbacks become less discouraging. The roadblocks become opportunities for growth. The struggle becomes part of the story, and the story is what will inspire others. So don't be afraid to take that first step. And don't be afraid to keep going when the road gets rough, because the journey, as difficult as it may seem at times, is the most valuable part of the whole process. That's where the magic happens. That's where you become the person who can handle your dreams. And that's where you find out just how far you can really go. You have to understand this truth right now. It's never going to be easy. The road to success is never a smooth, straight path. It's full of twists and turns, bumps and bruises, moments when you feel like you're walking uphill with no end in sight. And yet, it is in these very moments, when everything seems the hardest, that your true strength is forged. When life throws everything it has at you, that's when you have to rise. That's when you have to dig deep and push harder than ever before. But here's the kicker. It's not about how many times you fall. It's not about how many setbacks you face. It's about how many times you get back up. It's about how many times you refuse to stay down. It's about how you keep going, even when it feels like the world is pushing against you. Listen, life isn't going to hand you anything. If you want something, you have to fight for it. You have to show up every single day and put in the work. You have to be willing to go through the pain, the sacrifice, the long nights, the early mornings, the moments when you feel like giving up. It's those moments that separate the people who succeed from the people who quit. And I want to be clear here. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. No, it won't be easy. But I am saying that it will be worth it. The challenge is part of the process. The struggle is the teacher. The pain is what will shape you into the person you need to be in order to achieve your goals. So don't run from it. Don't avoid it. Embrace it. Welcome the struggle, because without it, there is no growth. Without it, there is no progress. But here's what most people miss. It's not just about hard work. It's not just about showing up. It's about showing up consistently, day in and day out. It's about doing the work when no one is watching. It's about putting in the effort even when you don't feel like it. Because the truth is, you're going to have days when you're tired. You're going to have days when you don't feel like going after your dreams. You're going to have days when the weight of the world feels too heavy to carry. But this is where your character is built. This is where you prove to yourself what you're really made of. You have to push through those days. You have to stay committed to your vision, even when it feels like everything is working against you. Success doesn't come from comfort. Success doesn't come from taking the easy route. It comes from showing up when it's hard. It comes from doing what needs to be done. no matter how much you don't want to do it. It's about being relentless. It's about having the discipline to keep going, even when motivation is nowhere to be found. I want you to understand something else, something important. You're going to encounter people who tell you that you can't do it. You're going to encounter people who doubt you, who question your dreams, who try to bring you down. And when that happens, you have to keep going. Don't listen to the voices that say you can't. Don't listen to the people who don't see the vision you have for your life. They don't understand your drive. They don't understand your purpose. But you do, and that's all that matters. The world is full of naysayers, full of people who have given up on their own dreams, and now they want to hold yours down too. But you can't let that stop you. You can't let their doubt become your doubt. You can't let their fear become your fear. You have to rise above it. You have to prove to yourself that you're stronger than their negativity. Don't let their limitations define your potential. Their fear is not your fear. Their doubt is not your doubt. You are the one who gets to decide what you're capable of. You are the one who gets to define your limits. So keep going, even when others don't believe in you. Keep going, even when it feels like you're the only one who sees your vision. Because the truth is, the only person who needs to believe in you is you. But I'll tell you this, it's also about persistence. It's about keeping your eyes on the prize and refusing to let anything derail you from your mission. There will be times when you fail. There will be times when things don't work out. There will be times when it feels like the universe is testing you. But that's not a sign to quit. That's a sign to keep going. I need you to get this. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is a part of success. Every time you fail, you learn something. Every time you fall short, you gain experience. Every time you face a setback, you become stronger. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is simple. The ones who make it keep going. They keep learning from their failures. They keep pushing forward, even when it feels like the end is nowhere in sight. Understand this, greatness doesn't happen overnight. Success isn't something that just magically appears one day. No, it's a long game. It's about staying focused, staying persistent, and staying committed to your vision, no matter what. You have to put in the time. You have to be willing to stay in the game long enough for the results to show up. So don't get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Don't get discouraged if it feels like nothing is happening. The work you're putting in is not for nothing. It's building momentum. It's setting the foundation for the success that's coming your way. You just have to keep pushing. You just have to keep showing up. And let me tell you this, it's also about your mindset. You have to believe that you are worthy of success. You have to believe that you deserve the life you're working for. You can't let doubt creep in. You can't let negativity take root. You have to wake up every day with a sense of purpose, with a sense of belief that you are on the path to greatness. Your mind is your most powerful weapon. Your thoughts shape your reality. So feed your mind with positivity, feed your mind with belief, and feed your mind with the confidence that no matter what happens, you will keep going. Because once you believe in yourself, once you believe that you are capable of achieving your goals, the world has no choice but to align with that belief. Success is about persistence. It's about showing up day after day, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many people doubt you, no matter how many times you fail. It's about refusing to let anything stop you. It's about embracing the struggle and using it to fuel your fire. And when you do that, when you keep going, when you refuse to give up, you will reach the success you've been fighting for. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But that only happens if you keep moving forward, if you keep pressing, if you keep believing. So rise up, keep going, and don't ever look back, because you are meant for greatness. And nothing in this world can take that from you. I want you to think about your biggest dream for a moment. I want you to picture it clearly in your mind. See it in vivid detail. Now ask yourself, do I believe I can make that happen? Do you believe that no matter the odds, no matter how impossible it seems, you have what it takes to achieve that goal? If you don't, then you need to work on your faith. You need to go deeper within yourself, because if you don't have that belief, you won't go anywhere. Faith is the foundation. Without it, nothing will stand. But with it, you can build empires. But belief isn't enough. You need desire. You need that hunger, that burning need to succeed. Without that fire, you're going to quit the moment things get tough. And I'm telling you, things will get tough. The road to success is not a straight line. There will be obstacles, there will be setbacks, there will be moments when you question whether it's even worth it. And in those moments, faith and desire are what will pull you through. Faith will remind you that you're capable, and desire will remind you why it's worth the fight. They will be your anchor when the storm hits. Think about some of the most successful people in the world. Do you think they just woke up one day and said, I'm going to be successful, and everything fell into place? No. They had to believe in themselves when no one else did. They had to believe in their dreams when the world told them it was impossible. They had to have an unshakable faith that their dream was worth pursuing, no matter how long it took or how many failures they encountered. And most importantly, they had a burning desire that pushed them to keep going, even when they wanted to give up. They didn't quit because they couldn't quit. Their desire was too strong. Their faith was too deep. And that's what got them to where they are now. I need you to understand that your dreams are not out of reach. They are not some far-off fantasy. They are possible. They are within your grasp. And the only thing standing between you and them is the strength of your faith and the intensity of your desire. If you can truly believe that you can do it, that you will do it, and if you can fuel that belief with a desire that is unrelenting, then there is nothing that can stop you. You will push through, you will overcome, and you will achieve. And let me be clear, desire isn't just about wanting something. It's about being willing to work for it, to sacrifice for it, to fight for it. Desire is the fuel that propels you into action. It's what makes you do things that others won't do. It's what makes you go the extra mile when most people stop. Desire is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. It's what makes you wake up early, stay up late, put in the extra hours, and go the distance when others would have thrown in the towel. Desire is the secret weapon that gives you an edge over everyone else. So do you have it? Do you have that fire in your belly that says, I will not stop until I have what I want? If not, then go find it. Dig deep, find that passion, that reason why you want to achieve. Because when you have that burning desire, when your faith is unwavering and your passion is relentless, you will become an unstoppable force. You will do things you never thought possible. You will push through barriers, crush obstacles, and build the life you've always dreamed of. But it all starts with faith and desire. That's the key. Without them, you're just spinning your wheels. But with them, you're on your way to greatness. Let me make something crystal clear. Success is not handed to you on a silver platter. It's not a gift that comes when you feel ready or when everything is perfect. No, success is earned through persistence. It's earned through staying power, through grit, through showing up even when the road gets tough, even when things seem impossible, even when the world is telling you to quit. The path to success is not straight. It's winding, it's full of obstacles, and it's often more about how long you can keep going than how fast you get there. Persistence is the difference between those who talk about their dreams and those who live them. It's the difference between those who give up and those who break through. And if you want to achieve anything of substance, you need to understand that the setbacks are not the end of the journey. They are just part of it. You will face challenges. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. The road will not always be smooth. There will be moments when you feel like you're drowning, when nothing seems to go right, when every door you knock on gets slammed in your face. And in those moments, in those dark times, it's easy to believe that maybe you should just give up. It's easy to listen to that voice inside your head that says, this isn't meant for you. You're not cut out for this. Maybe this is just too hard. But here's the thing. Those thoughts, those doubts, they're normal. Everyone has them. The key is in how you respond to them. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is that the successful ones don't let those moments of doubt define them. They don't let those moments stop them. They keep pushing. Persistence is about showing up no matter what. It's about taking the next step, even when it seems like the journey is too long, the climb too steep. When you keep showing up, even when things are hard, something amazing happens. You start to change. You start to develop a resilience that you didn't know you had. You start to build strength in those moments of adversity. Every time you get knocked down and get back up, you become a little bit stronger. Every challenge, every setback is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to come back better than before. Persistence is what gives you the power to do that. And I need you to understand something. You are stronger than you think. The challenges that you face are not meant to break you. They are meant to build you. They are meant to push you to levels you didn't know you could reach. Every single person who has ever achieved anything great has faced adversity. They have faced failure. They have faced rejection. But they kept going. They didn't quit when it got tough. They didn't throw in the towel when they felt like they couldn't go on. They persisted. And that persistence is what got them to the other side. The side where dreams are realized, where success is achieved, where all the hard work pays off. Now, don't get me wrong. Persistence doesn't mean stubbornly banging your head against the same wall over and over again. Persistence means finding a way. It means being creative, being resourceful, and being willing to adapt. Sometimes the path you thought you were going to take isn't the one that leads to your destination. Sometimes you have to pivot. Sometimes you have to try a different approach. But the key is that you don't give up. You don't stop. You find another way and you keep moving forward. Persistence also means staying consistent. It's not about making one big push and then hoping for the best. Success is built on daily habits, on consistently doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. It's easy to show up when everything is going well, when everything is aligned. But what separates the successful people from everyone else is that they show up even when they don't feel like it. They show up even when they're tired, when they're frustrated, when they're not seeing the results right away. They show up because they know that the little things, the small steps, add up over time. They know that success is the sum total of all those small, consistent actions. If you want to achieve something significant, you can't expect instant results. You have to commit to the long haul. You have to be willing to keep going when everyone else gives up. You have to be the one who refuses to quit, no matter how many times you stumble or fall. You have to be the one who gets up and tries again when everyone else walks away. That's what persistence is all about. It's about having that unwavering belief that if you keep going, no matter how hard it gets, you will get there. But here's the catch. Persistence doesn't mean being a robot. It doesn't mean pushing through just for the sake of pushing through. It's about having a clear vision, a purpose, a reason that drives you forward. When you have that reason, that purpose, that passion, it becomes easier to keep going. When you're clear on your why, it fuels your persistence. It gives you the strength to keep moving forward when everything inside of you is screaming to stop. If you're just going through the motions, if you don't have that clear vision of what you're working toward, persistence will feel like an uphill battle. But when you know exactly what you're working for, when you have that burning desire for your dream, persistence becomes less of a struggle and more of a daily commitment to your future. And let me tell you this, the obstacles you face today will be the stories you tell tomorrow. The setbacks, the struggles, the failures, those will become the lessons you share with others as you rise to the top. You'll look back on those moments of doubt and frustration and realize that they were just stepping stones. They were part of your journey, and you will be proud of yourself for not giving up. You will be proud of yourself for staying the course, for being relentless in your pursuit of your goals. There will be moments when it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. You will face challenges that seem insurmountable, but that's exactly when you need to dig in. That's exactly when you need to find that persistence, that resilience, that strength deep within you and push through. Because I promise you, the other side is worth it. The other side is where the breakthrough happens. The other side is where the dream becomes reality. But you can't get there if you give up. You can't get there if you stop when it gets hard. You can't get there if you quit before the magic happens. So I'm telling you right now, do not stop, do not quit. When it gets tough, dig deeper. When it feels impossible, remind yourself why you started. When you feel like you've had enough, push harder. Your success is on the other side of that persistence. It's waiting for you to show up, to keep going, to push through. And when you do, when you refuse to quit, you'll look back and realize that persistence wasn't just the key to your success. It was the very thing that made you who you are. It made you stronger, it made you better, and it made you unstoppable. Listen to me, and listen good. Success is not a straight path. There is no easy, smooth road to the top. Life doesn't work that way. You can't expect to make one decision, take one step, and suddenly find yourself living the life you dream of. No, my friend, life is a journey, and that journey is full of ups and downs, twists and turns, roadblocks and detours. The key to success isn't about avoiding those bumps in the road or thinking you're going to get everything right from the start. The key to success is how you handle the journey. It's about how you navigate the obstacles, how you keep moving forward when things aren't going your way. And more than anything, it's about understanding that the journey itself is where the real transformation happens. Think about it for a second. Look at all the people who've achieved greatness. None of them got there by taking the easy way out. They faced failures, setbacks, disappointments. They were knocked down time and time again, but they didn't quit. They didn't throw in the towel. They understood that success wasn't just about reaching a destination, it was about who they became in the process. The challenges, the struggles, the tough moments were the things that shaped them. They learned lessons in those dark times that they could never have learned if everything was handed to them. The journey made them stronger, more resilient, more capable of handling whatever life threw their way. And that's what you need to understand. The journey is the teacher. Are you going to give up when things get hard? Are you going to fold when the road gets rocky? Or are you going to stand up, push through, and keep moving forward no matter how difficult it gets? Because that is what separates the people who achieve great things